Hello you guys, welcome to another vlog. Um, it is Monday morning. I kind of forgot to start this earlier, but I am about to leave for work. I just came outside to test the weather and see what it's looking like, and it's looking doom and gloom. I think it's gonna rain all day, and it's very sticky in the air, so not great, but it is what it is. We're gonna be at work all day anyway, so you know, it doesn't really matter what the weather's like. But I figured that I would do a sort of like full week of work and whatever else I'm doing. I'm on my ultrasound block right now, which is like not super glamorous, but you know, we'll just go through the week and see what it looks like. I actually have pretty like normal hours on ultrasound, and it's like Monday through Friday, so it's nothing crazy, nothing chaotic. But like I said, today is Monday, so we're getting the week started. We're leaving any minute now. I'm at Brigham today, so we've got a little bit more of a longer travel, but we're gonna get the day started. Hopefully, yikes. Hopefully have some time for a coffee when I get there, because I only had one coffee here this morning, and I would like more than one. So happy Monday, and let's start this week off on a positive note. Hello you guys, I am walking back. It's obviously raining. My bus also did just like break down. But he figured it out. So anyway, it is like a little bit after, it is like a little bit after 3, and I'm getting home, so very good timing. I'm gonna shower because I really need to wash my hair, and it takes my hair like a really long time to dry. Hold on. Anyway, it takes my hair like a really long time to dry, so I'm gonna shower now. And then I have to work on my presentation for tomorrow. I'm giving a presentation at our ultrasound conference on like a journal article. Oh my God, hold on. Hi. 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 Oh, 2 of them. Anyway, I'm giving a presentation on a journal article, and I need to finish that up and get it sent over and then like practice it. But it is like it's definitely like way out of my depth. I'm giving this presentation on an article that is talking about like left ventricular diastolic dysfunction in patients with septic shock, and is it a marker of mortality, all these other things, and then obviously looking at it, since this is an ultrasound conference, through an ultrasound sort of lens. And I had to go through like the diagnostic criteria for left ventricular diastolic dysfunction, like through ultrasound. And that was like so confusing for someone who like doesn't do these types of things. Like I'm looking at things like E and E prime and the ratio of like E to A, and it's like if it's greater than 14, and I'm like, we need to take a step back, because what is E? What does that even mean? And it's like an ultrasound paper, so they don't even like define E in the paper, because I think it's probably like the people reading the paper know what that is, not me. So anyway, and then of course, like I'm giving this presentation to a bunch of experts. So like I am just learning this sort of material for the first time. Hi. And I'm going to be talking about it to a bunch of experts, which is always a humbling experience. So anyway, I'm going to actually first, I need a snack because there's no lunch break. I'm starving. I haven't eaten since like 6 a.m. So I'm going to have a snack. Then I'm going to shower, put on some comfy clothes. I'm going to settle in and work on this presentation, make sure I know what I'm doing. Also need to time it out and make sure that I'm like around 30 minutes. Send it over, and then I don't know what I'm going to do after that because I don't know how long it's going to take me. But that's where I'm at. Today was fine. I got an ultrasound guided IV today, which is exciting. Oh my god. She is literally being so dramatic. You're being so dramatic. Anyway, I got an ultrasound guided IV today, which was exciting. That is like one of the, I don't know, like kind of core procedures that we can work on in intern year, and should like get good at by the end of intern year, or so I'm told. And those two are very humbling. You want to know what? Residency itself is just humbling. That's a great word for it. But like ultrasound guided IVs, I just think like one, the whole thought behind them, if you're like not familiar, is like usually nursing is getting access through the IVs. They're amazing at it. They can do it in like the craziest sort of settings with a million people around them. People are screaming. They're like in a weird position. They can get them, they just make it look super easy. So in any case where they are unable to get access, which means it's very difficult access because they do this all the time and they're like amazing at it. So if they can't get it, it's like very difficult access. And then we try for an ultrasound IV where you can use the ultrasound to like physically look at the vessel under the skin, and then you use that to guide your needle in. And I just think it's crazy to think that me, like somebody who has probably placed like 4 peripheral IVs before this ever, like it's not something that we did at my medical school, that I would be able to do it with one hand holding an ultrasound probe, like the other holding this needle that I'm like not super confident in already, and trying to do it for something that's like difficult access. I could probably barely do it if it wasn't difficult access. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's hard. It's hard for me. I don't know. Some people probably find it really easy. I'm sure maybe if you've practiced more like peripheral IVs, then it makes the ultrasound IV better. Like I think a lot of places train nursing to do ultrasound IVs, and I think they're probably amazing at it because they're also amazing at getting IVs. So I have not yet developed those skills, but I'm working on it. And I feel like nursing has been super helpful whenever I'm doing it. So anyway, I got one today. It felt really good. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to have a snack, I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to work on this presentation so that I can hopefully relax. I got to cook dinner tonight. So we're doing I saw this in somebody else's vlog, but it's like a pasta, beefy broccoli pasta. But it's like using the Goodles boxed mac and cheese, which is actually like really good. It's basically like Kraft, but like, I don't know, supposedly better for you. I mean, it's got like protein. Everything has protein in it these days. I don't know. And then you mix the cheese up with a little bit of like cottage cheese, like you blend it up. And then you brown up some beef. We like season it however we normally season it. And then you cook broccoli and you put it all together, and it's pretty good. So, and it's really easy to make. So we're going to make that tonight. So I have to fit that into the evening, but that's where we're at. So yeah. This is my snack for today, and actually almost every day, but I've got some carrots and hummus. I have a cheese stick, and then these plantain crisps. I go between like the plantain crisps and the plantain chips. I don't really know what the other ones are called, but I get them from Trader Joe's. These ones are honestly phenomenal. Like these taste like better than a potato chip. They are so good. I am obsessed with them. I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna like decompress for a few before I wash my hair. So. Okay, you guys, we have browned up some ground beef, and I have the noodles in there, and for like the last 2 minutes I put the broccoli in there to cook it like at the same time, and I'm about to strain that, and then we're gonna make our little sauce concoction. Okay, for our sauce, we are gonna do some of this Trader Joe's cottage cheese. I'm gonna do like, I don't know, I'm gonna eyeball like a cup of it into here. We're gonna blend it up. So I'm doing this all in the little Ninja blender. Maybe just like one more little spoonful, and then we'll see if we need to add any more. And then since I did 2 boxes of the mac and cheese, I'm going to do 2 of the packets. It's literally just like the powder cheese packet. I think this is like the white cheddar ones. And I'm just gonna blend this up. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to make it creamier. Okay, I feel like we officially have a very like creamy, cheesy combo here. So this is like what it looks like. I don't know. It smells like cheese. Okay, so I'm gonna put all of this together.
Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I am currently enjoying my coffee on the porch. It is a beautiful, crisp, sunny morning. It's like 65 degrees. It feels amazing. And I just brought out my computer so that I can work on this presentation. Well, not work on it, it's like done, but obviously, because I'm giving it today. But I'm gonna sit out here and I'm gonna prep and practice it a little bit more. I've got about like an hour and a half before I need to leave for the hospital. So I'll get some practice in outside while I'm having my coffee. And then I think I'm gonna take a coffee with me to go. So I think I'll make a latte, take that with me. Luckily I'm like first to go for this presentation. I love to be first and knock it out so that I don't have to keep stressing about it. So I'm excited to get it over with. And then the rest of the day, I think today is really mostly like ultrasound conference. And I don't know if I'm actually doing any scanning today. So I don't actually know if I'm doing anything like clinical. So I'm not really sure. We will see. But I'm hoping that like I can get home in a decent time and we can get some sort of movement in. I would have loved to go to the gym this morning, and I definitely feel like I had the time for it because I don't have to leave until 8. But I just felt like I was awake all night, and I don't know why. I think part of it is like our window AC unit is like very loud. I think there's probably something wrong with it, but like we don't really know how to diagnose that. But it's very loud, and I think I'm a light sleeper, and I think it's waking me up at night, and then I'm like staying up. So maybe like as we like transition out of summer and the nights start getting cooler, we can turn it off at night and open the windows, and hopefully that'll help. But yeah, I woke up this morning, like when my alarm went off initially, I was like, oh girl, I've been awake for like 2 hours. Like I don't want to go. So yeah, I did not go to the gym, but I'm craving some sort of movement. So I think it's gonna be a nice day. I'm hoping like whenever I get back, we can go do something, like either go on a run along the shore, or and maybe play tennis, but I do feel like the tennis courts will probably be really busy at that time. I don't know. Some sort of movement, and then hopefully back to our regular scheduled workouts Wednesday. It depends on when I need to be at work Wednesday, because I have to be at Brigham and that's a further drive for me, but we will see. So anyway, I think we'll have a really nice day today. It's starting off beautifully. This is like the best way to start the day. So hello, you guys. Just got home and immediately changed. That was a hot walk from the station. Anyway, I think we're gonna go on a run when Justin gets home, so I just put on some like running like clothes. But it's a beautiful day. I do think it's gonna be like a little bit warm for me for a run. I'm like someone who just does not like to be hot. Like, I'm not a summer girl. I think I've said this before, but I just like don't like to feel hot and sweaty. So it's gonna be a hard run. That, and also, okay. Hey, we're chit-chatting. Anyway, I have not like run since Indy, and even then it was like a while ago. Like, not since Indy, and then probably like I don't even want to guess. It's been a long time. So I think the run is going to be especially challenging because I just like haven't been running here. Like, I will say, since moving here, I definitely walk like way more. It's a more walkable area. Like, in Winthrop, you can walk to a lot of things, like the beach included, which I feel like I try to do a lot. And then you can also walk to a lot of like the little shops and food places in the little square. So I'm walking there, and then like between like taking the T and like walking to the station, from the station to the various hospitals, whatever. It's just like I'm walking a lot more than I did in Indy. I don't feel like I walked in Indy like at all. So I felt like very stationary. And here I feel like I'm moving a lot more. So that feels good. But regardless, I haven't been running. So Justin did say that like one of his coworkers is getting a new Peloton and was gonna give us their old one, which is kind of awesome. Like, they were just gonna give it to us for free. We don't have it yet, but potentially we'll have a Peloton, which is kind of cool. I don't really love stationary biking. I find it like uncomfortable. And I don't know. I feel like in terms of like a cardio workout, I don't really love cardio in general, so that probably plays a big role. But I feel like when I think about the types of cardio that I've done, I don't get the greatest like satisfaction out of stationary biking like the same way that I do on like the Stairmaster or like running. Like, I definitely feel it working me harder when I'm doing those things. And I feel like I don't really love cardio, so when I finish it, I want to feel like I really accomplished something. And I don't know, I just don't feel like I always feel that way when I'm doing stationary biking, and I don't really know why. It's probably a me thing, but I'll have to try and get into it, because I think that's a cool thing that we can have like on days where we don't make it to the gym. Or even like this morning, like I didn't make it to the gym because I was feeling bad for myself and I felt like I wasn't getting enough sleep. That being said, my Oura Ring said that I had great sleep, so I don't know. I thought like I slept really bad. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna make up for it. I'm gonna get some movement in now. But like tomorrow, I actually have to be at Brigham at 8, which means I have to leave here. I usually give myself like an hour and a half. I feel like that's really excessive. And I'm almost always like very, very early. But the thing is, like, I need to take the blue to the green line if I'm taking the T. And like both of them have random issues, and like there might be a day where they're both having issues. And so sometimes I need that hour and a half. Most of the time I don't. Like, most of the time I'm very, very early. And I like to be early, and it gives me time to like do some prep for the day, go get a coffee. I rarely have charts to finish from the shift before, because I just usually finish them. But sometimes I do have things to finish up, so I can do that. Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave at 6:30 tomorrow, which means, and the gym opens at 5.
So to get like a full workout in, that's like 5 to 6. That gives me a half hour, which like, could I do it? Yes. I don't want to feel that rushed. So I'm not going to go to the gym tomorrow, and I didn't go today. So I definitely want to do something today. I don't know if I'll be home in time tomorrow. I might have like maybe have like a dinner event that we're supposed to go to after conference. I still don't know. I should probably figure that out because it's tomorrow, but no one has commented on that. So anyway, I might be getting home late tomorrow. So I definitely want to utilize my time tonight. And then Thursday, Friday, I should definitely be able to go to the gym, no problem. So, and then this weekend, well, yeah, this weekend should be fine. So anyway, Justin should be home kind of soon, and then we'll get this run going. Wish us luck, because it's been a while.
Good morning, you guys. Happy, what is it? Wednesday? I am currently on my way to try and go catch the bus. I feel like every time I'm leaving for the bus, I'm always stressed. I'm always like at the stop like way early, but I always think that I'm gonna miss it. Or like when I'm walking to it, I feel like I hear it behind me, and it's not behind me. But anyway, also, if anyone's curious about the modes of transportation that I take to get to work, I feel like it varies like every day. So I typically take the bus to get to the train station, because where I live, it's like a bit of a walk. I could do it on like a nice day. Actually, today is like a nice morning, but because I have to be there earlier, I didn't want to do it. But I don't want to like walk if it's really, really hot, because then I show up to work covered in sweat. So I typically take the bus, which is really easy to do. Sometimes Justin will drop me off at the stop or like at the train station, which is nice. And then I typically take the T into work, but sometimes like depending on the shift, I'll drive. Like in my last vlog when I had my meltdown about the parking garage, it was my first time driving over to MGH, because that one's like much closer, so I haven't really needed to drive. But yeah, sometimes I drive. Like if I'm getting off at midnight, I don't want to get on the T at midnight by myself, because that stresses me out. But also the T stops running around midnight, so like there's the risk that I miss it. So anyway, sometimes I drive depending on the shift, the time, or if the T is down. So anyway, but yes, today I'm taking the T. So to get to Brigham, like I have to switch lines. So I'll start on the blue line and then hop over to the green line. So it takes a little bit of time. And then like, obviously if you have any delays in either of those lines, you kind of have an issue. So anyway, heading to work, And then since today is Wednesday, we have conference, which is like noon to 5. So, and then I had a thing tonight, but it got canceled. So I actually just get to come home after conference, which is really nice. So. Hey girl. Whoa. Hi. Hello. Whoa. Talk to him. Hi. Yeah. You want to roll around? Go on. Go on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Ah! Boom. And she's down. She's down. Hi. Just got home. Today was like one of those days where I just felt like immediately I needed to like wash my face and get out of my clothes and put on my pajamas. You know, when you just have those days, you get home and you just feel like really icky. I don't know. That, and it is like encroaching on my bedtime because I have a really early bedtime. If I'm like on my normal schedule, sort of like right now I'm on like an 8 to 5 sort of thing, then like 8 p.m. in bed, 8:30 trying to sleep so that like 4:30-ish I can try and get up, go to the gym. So anyway, it is 7:06. So we're close. Like I have like an hour left before I need to be in bed. So it makes sense for me to be in my pajamas. But we went to go get boba after conference to celebrate one of my co-residents' birthdays. I don't drink boba. I honestly think I've only had it like one time and I didn't like it, and then I never tried it again. So that's on me. Like I should probably branch out and try it again. But it's also like semi-expensive in a way that like I don't want to spend $7 on a drink that I don't think I'm gonna like. You know what I mean? I don't know. I should branch out. I should try it again. Anyway, I went for the vibes. I didn't get any boba, but then we all just like hung out outside and chit-chatted and caught up, which is nice because I feel like we don't see each other as much as we were during our boot camp because we're all like spread out through the hospital. Some people have some like crazy hours depending on like what rotation they're on. So it was nice to see everybody and to do that. And it's not too late, so I'm glad that I made it back in like decent time. But I am probably not, well, not probably, I'm definitely not because I already have my pajamas on. I had hoped to get like some sort of movement in since I had to leave early this morning and didn't go to the gym. That will not be happening because I'm going to bed soon. But it's fine because I'll be able to make it to the gym tomorrow morning. I have like a normal, pretty sure I start at 8 tomorrow, but I am at MGH, which is like much closer. And so I don't have to give myself like an hour and a half to get there. So I definitely have time for the gym tomorrow. And I believe that I'll have time for the gym on Friday. And then of course I'll have time this weekend. So it's fine. I'm missing out on some movement today. It is what it is. The run yesterday was fine. We ran 2 miles and then we walked for a third. And it was okay, but yeah,
man, I haven't ran since, I don't know, maybe like 2025. I feel like it's been a really long time. And I had like 10 cramps. I was cramping here and here and here. My legs were cramping, my knees were hurting. I felt 80 years old. But it was fine. We made it through. We did okay. We were slow. But it was nice to get some sort of movement in. The walk after felt great. A nice, much needed cool down. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna like settle in for the evening, have my dinner. I'm starving. Oh, I should have shown this, but I got food from the cafeteria before our conference, and they had like Indian food today, and I got a chicken tikka masala bowl, and it was so good, and it came with naan bread, my favorite. It was really good. I kind of forgot in the middle of the day that I was like vlogging, so sorry, but it was really good. So, and that was nice because a lot of days I don't like get a lunch or like eat lunch at all. And so this was nice that I had time to go get food before conference and like have a real lunch, and it was good. So that was nice. And this morning I, as you saw, picked up a Celsius, which was good because I had like half of a coffee here, but I didn't want to drink a full coffee right before I left because I was like, I will have to pee on the ride there, and between two trains, that's like not easy to do. So I only had half of my coffee to make sure that I wasn't gonna like pee my pants on the train. Anyway, so I got there and I was like, I need a little something, and I chose a Celsius this morning instead of getting a second coffee, and it was delish. So anyway, I'm gonna heat up my dinner. I'm gonna chillax. Hopefully Justin will be home soon. I actually was surprised that I beat him home, but hopefully he'll be home soon and we can chillax, and then I'll go to bed so that I can get up and do it again tomorrow. Hello. Where are you? I'm following. You're very predictable. Hey guys. It's like one of those days. I'm just feeling tired. And hungry, obviously. I'm about to get changed and put on some comfy clothes, but I felt like I literally couldn't even wait until then to like have a chopstick, so it's not even that late. I got home pretty early. I need to start prepping dinner pretty quickly though, because it's like we're gonna do like a chicken taco bowl thing, whatever. But the chicken has to go in the crock pot, so it takes a while. So I need to get that started so that it can be ready by like dinner-ish time, a late dinner. Okay, we're officially more comfortable and it's time to close that door. Time to start the dinner prep. So let's get our supplies. Actually really easy. I'm still eating this chopstick. It's actually really easy to, sorry, the sun is so bright, it's gonna like make me sneeze. These chicken tacos, I feel like we do them a lot because they are easy. Is that like the 5th time I've said that in like 2 seconds? But they always turn out really good. And I feel like it's not like I don't know, it's like one of those things where like after you finish eating it, like you don't feel like crap, you know what I mean? And there's like a couple of different ways that you can like enjoy them, like over some rice in like a salad sort of thing. Although Justin's like scared of lettuce right now because of the cyclospora. But hey, what are you saying? Here, get up here. My sous chef. Anyway, or I bought some tortillas so that we could do like actual tacos maybe, which we don't actually do a lot with the chicken. We normally do them in like a bowl with rice. I don't know. Maybe I'll make rice. I haven't decided yet. First thing I need to do is just start the chicken because it's going to take a few hours. Hey. Anyway, I'm gonna get the crock pot. Chicken, it takes like a cup-ish of salsa and and what else? I feel like taco seasoning. We get like the Trader Joe's taco seasoning and it is 2 tablespoons ish and then a little bit of salt because there's not much salt in the taco seasoning. And then we do it on high for like 3-ish hours and then you shred the chicken and like mix it in with all this stuff. And then you keep it on high like with the lid off for about 30-ish more minutes and that's about it. So I'm gonna get that started. This is our salsa. I'll do anything to like not have to touch raw chicken. I actually used to be really good about bringing home some of the gloves from the hospital so that I could put those on and touch it. But I don't have any right now, so I'm just gonna peel it out with this knife. I used to have the crockpot liners, which are so nice because literally there's just like no cleanup involved, and I feel like a lot of times like cleaning a crockpot is annoying because this stuff like sticks to the sides. But we ran out and I just keep forgetting to buy more. We haven't used the crockpot a ton. It's not like oh my god, I can't open this salsa. It's not like a summer meal sort of thing. I just like don't want to scratch all my rings on this. I hate when lids are like that. Look at my freaking palm. For what? I don't know. I feel like that's like, I just like eyeball it. I don't know. I think that's like about a cup. This is our taco seasoning from Trader Joe's. I actually had this Siete taco seasoning not that long ago. And I thought that Trader Joe's was my favorite taco seasoning, but that taco seasoning was really good. And honestly, look, I'm going to preface this by saying that I do not handle spice very well, but this taco seasoning is like kind of spicy for me. If you eat this and you don't find it spicy, like please mind your business. But I don't know, sometimes we're like the last time we had tacos with this, it was like uncomfortable. Like I just wasn't enjoying them. I think we maybe over seasoned, but like I don't want my dinner to be painful. You know what I mean? I just want it to be enjoyable. And like, we usually do meal prep. So we do like 3 to 4 days of the same meal before we like start another one. And like by day 3 of this past time we had done like tacos, just like regular beef tacos, I was like, I'm not eating it. I'm not doing it because it's just like uncomfortable. It's not enjoyable. Like I'm not having it. That was like an outlier. That usually does not happen. I think Justin was in charge of those, and I think that something went wrong. I don't know, and I don't want to totally blame him. However, he wouldn't know because he's not gonna watch this. But anyway, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons in here, ish. I think it's like half a packet. I don't really know. That's probably fine. And then just a little bit of salt. Anyway, I'm gonna plug this in, put it on high for 3 hours, and we'll come back to it. We're back. Alarm just went off that it's been like 3 hours. Hot. So I'm gonna shred this chicken. I usually just do some tongs and a big fork. I actually did, like, I shredded chicken in a food processor for the first time the other day. Actually, because it's a new food processor. I've never used it before until then. And I really liked it. I don't know if I would say that it's like shredded. It's kind of like pulverized. I mean, it's a food processor, but anyway, I liked it. We had like white chicken chili, and so I did it for that. But Justin did not like it. He said the texture of it was like really bothering him. So, but I thought it was really good. Sometimes like if the chicken isn't shredded enough, like if it's in like big chunks, I get the chicken ick, especially after a few days, you know, if you're meal prepping and you're like eating it for multiple days in a row. I get kind of weird about that. I think I have like sensory food issues, so sometimes like meal prep is probably not the best thing for me because like by day 3 I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Something's weird about this. Kind of similar to like the egg ick, which I know like a lot of people get that, so I'm sure you feel me. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you're like someone who just can eat eggs and like isn't bothered by it. Like Justin can eat egg. He can like eat cold eggs. Like that's weird, right? Like I think that's weird. I can't do that. I need my eggs to be like perfectly cooked, and I'm still so weird about it. Sometimes Justin makes his eggs and it smells so bad. Like I don't know why. Like I don't think that my eggs smell like that when I make them, but maybe I'm delusional. But like sometimes I feel like I physically have to leave the house to get away from the smell that it makes. Like I don't know. I just have a thing with eggs, maybe. Maybe a couple of things, it turns out. Maybe we have a weird food thing going on. Okay. Anyway, let me show you what we have going on. This is what the chicken looks like right now. I just shredded it up. It shredded super easily. And I'm just kind of like mixing it into the juice and seasoning from like taco seasoning, salsa, all of it. It smells really good, but I'm just gonna leave those in there, and then this cooks for like 30 more minutes.
Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. It is my last day of this rotation, which is exciting. I'm currently just taking my coffee on the porch, which probably will not last long because it's like very hot and sticky out here. I would love like a crisp morning. But this is what we've got. So I'm taking a little bit of time to like sit outside before I have to leave. Since this is a Monday through Friday rotation, I have my upcoming weekend off, which is like nice-ish. I am like kind of, I'm just like not a fan of having the weekends off because it's when everybody else is off, which means if you want to do anything, you're contending with everybody else in the world because that is like the normal schedule. So that kind of sucks because I don't really like crowds. I don't like to go to busy places. I like to do things like on a day when no one else is there. So I kind of have some qualms with weekends off. Like, I don't really mind working weekends. I mean, I think it would be great. Like, you can't go into emergency medicine and be like, I don't want to work the weekends. You know, that doesn't make sense. But I think after having like this, like Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 schedule for the last 2 weeks, I'm like, oh my God, I hate this. And I definitely am glad that I'm in a field where I can have like varying shift work and like not always work in the morning or not always work on a Thursday. So anyway, that being said, I do have a fun weekend planned because I think we're gonna go explore a little bit more of Cambridge tomorrow, maybe do some shopping, and then Sunday I am doing we're going as like a group, some of us from the residency, to Spectacle Island, which is like one of the Boston Harbor Islands, just for like a little day of fun. Like, I think we're gonna do some hiking, like a picnic, very laid back. So I'm very excited about that. And we're taking the ferry. I don't know what it is. I have like a mild obsession with the ferry. I've only been on it once, but I think it's so cool. Like, what a fun way to travel. So I'm excited to do that. And then it'll just be a nice little bit of like relaxation before I start my ortho rotation. So
Hi. Hi. Oh, you guys. One of the cats threw up in my closet. Why? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna clean that up. Just got home. That actually took forever to get home because we have like a heat wave right now, and it's like, I don't know, feels like 100 or whatever, something crazy. And the trains have to travel at reduced speeds because, oh, hello. Did you throw up in my closet? Was that you? Maybe? Anyway, trains have to travel at reduced speeds because of the heat. So I feel like I was just on that train for ever. And it is hot. Like, it is like suffocatingly hot. Anyway, I'm gonna change and put on some comfy clothes. We're supposed to have like a little bit of a date night tonight, but we haven't like officially settled on where we're gonna go. So I don't want to pick out an outfit yet because I feel like depending on where we go, I would wear different things. You know what I mean? You want up there? You want to get up there? Go on then. Yeah. Okay. She said, this is my vlog now. Anyway. Oh, Dinah. She can't be serious. She's up here. She found I just took my hair out because I had a headache from having it in all day. And she got up here, found my hair tie. Now she's gonna go take that away. Anyway, date night tonight. I'm very excited. I'm excited to put on a cute outfit. Depending on where we go, that means different things. And then, well, I was gonna say a lot of times when we have a date night, we go get dessert. But last night, because we went to 7-Eleven and got ice cream, we don't need to get dessert. Which, by the way, that was... I feel like, coming from Indy, I cannot explain, like, I don't feel like I can appropriately explain, like, the area that we lived in Indy, but, like, we were, like, not close enough to things. Like, you couldn't walk to anything, really, or at least not, like, safely. So there was, like, nothing walking distance from us. Driving in Indy was just, like, obnoxious. It would, like, obviously, like, I'm aware that there is more traffic in Boston, but honestly, like, my experience here, like, you move. Like, you're moving. Maybe you're moving slowly, but you're moving. Like, in Indy, it's like, I feel like where we lived, there was a light every 3 freaking feet, and it was just simply never green. Like, it would take 10 minutes and you will have gone a block. And like, it's just, I really didn't like it there, obviously. Anyway, I'm saying all of this because one of the things I like about where we live right now, and we're not even like downtown, but we are very close to a 7-Eleven. The bar is so low for me. I mean, that I'm like using this as my metric, but there is a 7-Eleven that we really could walk to probably in under 5 minutes, but it was hot last night and I had already like showered and put on my comfy clothes and I didn't want to sweat. So I was like, can we please drive? Like a 1-minute drive, because I simply felt like I needed a Dr. Pepper. And then while I was there, I was like, oh God, wouldn't ice cream be so good? So then we ended up with Dr. Pepper and ice cream. So you ever get in those moods and you just feel like you need it? That was last night. So anyway, I still have half of my Dr. Pepper for today because I have self-control. And then we still have ice cream because we have self-control, which is awesome. So we can enjoy those tonight. Actually, I'm probably gonna crack open that Dr. Pepper after I put on some comfy clothes. What a way to unwind. You know, like some people come home and they like crack open a beer. I'm ready for this Dr. Pepper. I don't need the beer. Dr. Pepper's fine. Very excited about it. That being said, also did not go to the gym this morning. I got up, but I was like, oh, tired, sore, woe is me, you know? And my thought was like the other day when I didn't have time to do it in the morning, that I would like come home and either get into the gym or go for a run. I do think it's a little bit late for me to go get like a full like hour-long session in, since I think Justin will be home kind of soon and we want to go get this done. Our date night, get it done, get out of the way, so that we can come home. And it's way too hot. Like I'm not gonna run. It feels like 100 degrees. I'm not gonna run in that. So I'm not gonna do anything. And I feel kind of lazy about that, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. I have the whole weekend to be active. So we'll definitely go to the gym Saturday and Sunday, which are my favorite days to go to the gym because there's like no one there on the weekends. It's so nice. And then Sunday, I'm actually going hiking. So that'll be some nice activity. And Saturday, hopefully we do something active when it's not raining. I think we're gonna go to Cambridge and do some bopping around over there. So we'll at least be like up and walking, but I would love to like play some tennis. Or maybe we could like go to the soccer fields, but it'll be fine. Sometimes I like get down on myself when I miss the gym, like today. But there's always ways to make up for it. So that is like something I'm trying to remind myself, especially like in residency. I definitely know that like as time progresses, I'm gonna get worn out and tired and my schedule's gonna be all over the place and it's gonna be hard for me to like always be in the gym. But it's also easy to remind myself that there are a lot of ways to make up for it. And so like I have this whole weekend, I can get a lot of activity in. It's gonna be fine. So anyway, today was nice. It was a nice educational day on my ultrasound rotation. We saw some cool stuff, some cool pathology. It was my last day of the rotation. We have like another 2-week block later on in the year. I don't think I have mine until like the springtime, so it's kind of like a while. But I start my ortho rotation on Monday, which will be very cool. I'm excited to learn some skills that will help me in the department and other things that maybe I won't do ever again, but will be interesting to learn. So hopefully I can be an asset to the team despite my limited orthopedic knowledge, but I'm excited to learn. Otherwise, like nothing else big going on residency wise. Just kind of like getting into the flow of things. This was kind of a weird rotation for me to start on, like after doing boot camp. Like doing this as my like first real block was kind of weird because it's not really clinical. Like I'm not really caring for patients. These ultrasounds a lot of the time are like, they're not always like necessary. Like the patient maybe already had scans done, and so like we're not totally adding benefit. Sometimes we are, but it's not like, you know, I don't know the patient's full story. I don't know their outcome. I don't really like know anything about why they're there, which is like kind of my favorite part of the patient encounter, is all of those things. So it was kind of weird to start off this way because I feel like very detached from like clinical medicine. But I think this next rotation will be more like that. So that'll be nice and a good change of pace for me. So anyway, let's get some comfy clothes on. Let's crack open this Dr. Pepper, and eventually, maybe, we'll go get dinner. I do think Justin's having kind of like a long day, so I could also see him coming home and not wanting to go anywhere, in which case we'll just eat our leftovers. We'll see what happens. We'll see how he's feeling. So good. All right, I'm pretty much just like sat here with I have my crisps. These are so good. Like, these plantain crisps are unreal. I'm obsessed with them. But pretty much I'm having some crisps and watching a vlog, which is like my favorite way to relax after work. And I have my Dr. Pepper. So I'm currently kind of living it up, and I will be sat here for the foreseeable future until Justin gets home and we decide what we're gonna do. I also need to go water my plants. I don't know if you can tell in any of the clips that I've shown of the back porch, but they are dying. They may be dead. Maybe there's like a spectrum, kind of like from left to right. Left, dead. Middle, dying. Right is actually doing okay. So I'm gonna water them. The left one I think is dead. I'm gonna water it anyway, but it's been so hot, and it keeps saying it's gonna rain, and then it doesn't. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna rain. Like, I don't need to water it, and then it doesn't rain. And then even on the days where I know it's not gonna rain, I don't water them. I'm like really bad about it. I really wanted plants. Like, I wanted to hang plants up on that spot so badly, and I'm doing a really bad job of taking care of them. So I'm gonna do that too. But I need to sit and rot for a little bit before I get up and do that. That might be my downfall, because I might just forget and not do it again. I don't know. We'll see. But I will be here for a bit.
Jar. It's busy. Internship.